I love a great roast. One of the things I learned much a while ago, when I was much younger, that is, I'm just trying to say, was how to roast things. Now, I didn't learn that from my parents, or from it was when I got to school. Now, it was then, at that age, I learned, and I was reminded, because my mom had always, made mention of it, and we had experienced a fire outbreak in my home as a much younger person, of how wonderful fire can be. You know that phrase, fire is a wonderful servant, but a terrible master? Yes. So, after learning that, I think special attention got to me after one of my own classmates back in school got burnt. Not by hot scalding water, but by fire in his own home. Now, this hour, we're going to talk about public safety in Port Harcourt. And it's something that we seem to continue to hammer on, but maybe it's not getting, I don't know. But the point here is not something that should be swept under the rug. There's a lot going on, but one thing that we all have, or we try to have, is a home. So imagine if your home or your business was taken away from you, regardless of whatever is happening outside of your home, you are going to be severely impacted on. Now, a young man was left with severe burns after drums of petroleum products exploded in a compound in Afric Street, Rumekini, River State. That's not far from where we are. In fact, on Friday, when this happened, I was on the road, that's along the Sisters Road, right, towards the Obrikwe Bridge, and I noticed the smoke, the high smoke, thick black smoke. And my mind was, what's going on? What's burning? Is someone burning bush or something? But it was very concentrated. The smoke was very black, was very thick. And you just continue to move. Then after about, I think, I would assume to be about 20 minutes or 25 minutes, it started to abate. So that meant the fire was subsiding. But I was curious. Then, as always, our news team went there. We had somebody who went there to investigate what's going on. Now, they got to speak to someone in that area. Let's listen to what the person has to say.
Well, I was on my way going to a meeting when I heard that there is some fire incident here. Though we are not aware if it's connected with bullfire. But so far as I'm concerned, I stay within the environment. I've not seen anything like bullfire within the area. Though the man was doing something like catfish there. But I'm not aware if there is anything like petroleum products. There are no flats there. It's just the one-room apartment that we have in there.
Okay, so on several occasions we have talked about that. We're going to definitely play one of the PSAs that we have about fire. We've talked about how we all need to be very, very cautious and very conscious of what it is that we do in and around our environment, particularly as regards fire. So my question this morning for us, should we have safety courses now mandatory in River State? Do we need to have safety courses mandatory in primary schools, secondary schools, universities, in offices? It may seem like something outlandish, or maybe, Jude, you're just talking too much, it doesn't make sense. But the surprising thing during that fire on Friday was the nonchalance of many motorists. Even the people around there, people just kept on driving like, oh, nothing's happening, it's not my business, the fire is burning, God help that young man or that young woman or whomever it is that's there. There seemed to be no sense of urgency apart from those who were within the immediate locale. Cars just kept on moving, everybody was trying to do their own thing. Yes, I get it, we all have a place to go, we all have things to do, but when something as obvious as that comes up, you wonder if people are not literally taking a gamble with their own lives. The same thing happened, I think that was 2019, right? 2019 in the what I call a place in Woji Alcon area where there was a massive fire. I don't remember that. I could see the smoke from GRA Junction that day. And I was curious, something is obviously going on. But I was even shocked, then we had a person go over there to investigate to find that a lot of people around that Woji just kept on going. They're like, oh, nothing. That's fire could have spread. It could have been worse than it was on that particular day. So, all this talk of, oh, government should go and get fire trucks and this and that, government has failed. Now, let's start to ask ourselves, maybe it's time we start to teach ourselves what safety is. Do you agree? 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0007, and then the female caller line is 0817-923-0009. WhatsApp and Telegram is on 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. Please do us a huge favor, turn down the volume of your radio set when you call in. Oh, apologies there. 9.3, good morning. Hello, Port Harcourt. Oh, sorry about that. Once again, please, when you call in, do well. Turn down the volume of your radio set. Turn down the volume of your radio set. We want to get to hear from you this morning, but we need to do that in a very civil manner. We need to be able to not just hear you, but as it were, get to enjoy your conversation. Fire, once again, is on our radar this morning. Well, fortunately, it wasn't as widespread as we had that one in the Woji area, but the warning signs were very, very clear. Petroleum products kept in the plate. We're kind of worried, and I can't really blame anybody. These days, people have generators. You don't want to be going out every single hour to buy petrol or diesel for your business or for your homes. Hello, Port Harcourt. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Good, Jude. This is Jude, please. Good morning.
Jude, sorry.
Good morning.
My name is Samuel.
Welcome, Samuel.
Yes, safety is very, very important. It would be nice if we introduce safety courses even down the primary school level. You know, safety is also very broad, but we can start little, teaching the children how to escape, what to do when there's fire, and all of that. So it's very, very important. Most times when there's fire incident or any safety threat, you know, panic causes a lot of issues. So, but if the confidence is built on every individual to know exactly what to do, when to do it, and how to do it, it will go a long way in saving individuals in every type situation. So I will encourage the government and private institutions to introduce safety in their environment.
But sir, just before we let you go, but I don't know if you listened when the fire was in its in his full swing, if I can say so, on Friday. Like I said, most people just kept on walking by like it doesn't concern them. The same thing also about a year and a half ago when we had that fire, the explosion, like the fire outbreak, more like in Woji area towards the Alcon area. If you remember, there was a huge smoke, but most people in Port just kept, oh, it's not really our business. Why? Why is there a nonchalance towards fire?
You see, that is the individuals around that area are not informed of what to do, and also, even though they know what to do, they might not know how to do it at that moment because the fire has already engulfed the environment. So, but when the consciousness is there, it will be easier for them to know what to do. And also, in our environment in Nigeria, we are so lousy when we have situations like that. You can see anybody, it doesn't concern me. What is going on? People are taking pictures of what is happening instead of either evacuation or something very important that should have saved the situation. So, but education is very important. When people are educated on what to do, then I think the they will do it at the right time.
Okay, all right, thank you very much. So we need to be better educated. But then comes the big question: how should this education be done? Is it formal? Is it informal? Yes, we have, and we're definitely going to have the PSA aired. But what else can be done? Someone made mention of a structured class system. So businesses, whether you have a palm wine shop or you sell clothes, you must be able to understand how fire works and have your building have extinguishers. Hello, Port Harcourt. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you and welcome.
Yes. My name is Obi from Elelenwo.
Good morning.
Good morning. Please, I want to say my take on this very issue of firefighting. Yes. Fire, it is good for government to include this firefighting prevention and control, including security in primary, secondary curriculum. That is their curriculum.
Yes.
It is very good for them to include it there. At least the basic one, the key things that cause fire, which is fuel, heat, and oxygen, and how to prevent this. The four basic way of preventing it: cooling, smoothing, starving, and other ways of preventing fire. At least they should start from the primary level of our students to put this as a curriculum to them, so that they will be aware how to prevent fire, how to control certain issues when it comes to security.
All right. Thank you very much. I think that's a great idea. The question now is the implementation. Because if you ask that the government starts, the question is how long would it take? Don't forget, there's going to be some bureaucracy. They'll probably have to invite someone to talk. Okay, how much is it going to cost? This and that. But what about you start to teach yourself? Hello, Port Harcourt. 9.3. Good morning.
Jude.
Good morning.
Morning, Mr. College on the line.
Good morning, Akonche.
Jude, if you are in a situation whereby you see that people are running and other people cannot be able to find a key, how to make sure that the fire goes down. See, the flame of a fire is not something a child can be able to launch off easily. Although it's good for them to learn it in the school, they can include it in their curriculum, whatever they call it, they want to do. But you know that fire incident is something that is raised very high when it has to do with fuel. And most times, it's not even only flame of fuel that even cause fire incidents. Electricity, in a different kind of contact that gets together to each other, or using a wrong wire in a wrong position, can equally cause fire disaster in the house. But the only way out is that if you can be able to teach a child how he can be able to go to the direct position whereby the electricity is being connected and put it off first, it will raise the fire down. Because I understand what happened to my church on Sunday.
Oh.
3 days ago. So an incident took place whereby the electricity was on. As they changed over to generator line, there was a fire explosion that came from the water tank pump side. So if people are doing that, if it is a child, it will be very, very afraid for her to go in.
Yes, to go. Yes, to address that. That's true.
But in a way, you can only address the children how they can be able to break fire out when there is a fire breaker. But for the fire to flavor of the fire cannot allow that child to have the summon of courage to go in to quench the fire. So the area where I'm trying to put up this issue is that if we able in our homes equally be able to put this thing and inculcate it into these children, they can be able to know more better, even more better in the school. Because if they include it in their curriculum, there is some certain things that they have to apply. They have to get somebody who is a firefighter, then they have to employ a safety person equally. So you teach them the safety way of dodging the fire, safety way of home appliances, how you can be able to put it off. Then when you are talking of firefighters are quite different from safety. Not everybody that knows how to fight firefighters that knows how to do safety. Safety work are quite different from area of firefighter. So the area where I'm trying to say this thing is that let us be able to make this thing the area where there are these children will be able to understand what is safety and firefighter.
Okay.
So that is what I want to conclude.
Thank you very much, Akoniche. Hello, Port Harcourt. Good morning.
Good morning, the very distinguished Jude. How are you doing this morning?
Very well. Thank you for joining us. Good morning.
Yes, sir. I salute you.
Welcome.
The very distinguished, I mentioned okay.
Good morning,
I'm
Temple.
calling from Port Harcourt
Welcome.
right now. The very distinguished Jude, in as much as people talking about incorporating it in our school curriculum, but if you look at most of these fire outbreaks, is sometimes preventable ones.
Preventable?
We have some preventable fire outbreak, and we have some non-preventable fire outbreak. But sometimes what leads to this fire outbreak are maybe some careless storage of inflammable materials or elements within the confines of our neighborhood, and some lackadaisical attitude of putting up something on the fire, and either you are busy pressing your phone or you are busy doing something that is not at that point in time that important. My brother, no matter how educative you are in the issue of fire, and if not, putting it into practice, my brother, that education you acquire is nothing but useless. Okay. As a human being, we know what is right at any given point in time. Why not, do it?
Do it.
Sometimes you see your station, you bring out jingles, how we can stay away from fire, how we can prevent fire, all those things. See people listen. See, they see photos in the role of instigating things or materials that can cause fire outbreak. Are they using their common sense?
Well, that's all we need to continue, because maybe some do not understand. We'll go on a commercial. When we come back, I'm going to try to get a reporter from the LMA Junction. We want to give you the latest update from that area. And if you're also in that area, at Pajo axis, if you're on there, for example, I want to find out from you, how is it affecting you this morning? It's the trendiest story right now. We need to pay a lot of focus on that particular story. My name is Jude. We'll be back right after this.